Hello students, welcome to the subject of complex variable and partial differential equation. Myself Dr. Ankit Acharya, and in today's lecture, as you all know that in last two lecture we discussed about conformal mapping. In a first lecture we discussed about conformal mapping, how we define conformal mapping. After that we discuss about critical points, we solve some of the example. Then our first transformation, that is called translation, and we solve some of the important example. In last lecture we discussed about our very important transformation, that is called inversion, okay, that is W equal to 1 upon Z, and rotation. Okay, rotation is not so much important exam point of view, but inversion, example of inversions are very important. Every time at least one example asked in GTU examination. So in today's lecture, just we discuss about our last last conformal mapping, that is called bilinear transformation. Okay, so let's start. So here is the definition: the transformation W equal to AZ plus B upon CZ plus D. Okay, so this is my mapping, W equal to AZ plus B upon CZ plus D, where A, B, C, D are complex or real constant, okay, such that AD minus BC not equal to 0 is known as a bilinear transformation. Okay, is known as a bilinear transformation. So condition is very important, AD minus BC not equal to 0. So first of all I want to prove that bilinear transformation is conformal, and we know that the definition of conformal is what? That means f dash 0 must be non-zero. Okay, if f dash 0 equal to 0, then Z are critical points, and at that point transformation is not conformal. We discuss very important theorem. So what is my W? W is equal to nothing but f of Z, and that is AZ plus B upon CZ plus D. So I want to find f dash Z. F dash Z, that is equal to CZ plus D whole square. Okay, CZ plus D as it is. Now into differentiation of AZ plus B, so that is A minus AZ plus B as it is, AZ plus B as it is, and differentiation of CZ plus D, so that is C, and that is equal to ACZ minus here ACZ, so AD minus BC upon CZ plus D whole square. Okay, CZ plus D whole square, and that's why now already AD minus BC not equal to 0 we have. Okay, so this is not equal to 0, AD minus BC, right? So f dash Z not equal to 0, so clearly bilinear transformation is always conformal, right? Now let's start with next concept, fixed point. Okay, now what is the meaning of fixed point? A point is called a fixed point if it maps into itself in W plane under the transformation, right? Under the transformation W equal to AZ plus B upon CZ plus B, CZ plus D. That means what? If there is a point in a Z plane and its image under the given bilinear transformation that is same, okay, then we can say that that point is called a fixed point. So to find out the fixed point from the given bilinear transformation, for that we just take W equal to Z. Okay, we take W equal to Z and solve that equation and find out the value of Z. So suppose you want to find out the fixed point from any bilinear transformation, take W equal to Z. So you have Z is equal to AZ plus B upon CZ plus D. Okay, and that's why Z into CZ plus D, that is equal to AZ plus B. Okay, so CZ square, right, plus ZD minus AZ, so D minus A into Z and minus B, that is equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation in the form of Z, right? And for, you have to solve this equation, this quadratic equation, find out the roots of this equation. Okay, and those points are called fixed point. Okay, so let's start with some of the simple example how to find fixed point. So find the fixed point of the following function. This is my function W equal to 6Z minus 9 upon Z. So clearly this is a bilinear transformation. Now take W equal to Z here, take W equal to Z, so that's why z, that is equal to 6z minus 9 upon z, and that's why z square, that is equal to 6z minus 9, okay, and that's why z square minus 6z plus 9, that is equal to 0. So z minus 3 whole square, that is equal to 0, and that's why 3 is a fixed point. Now 3 is a fixed point, okay, 3 is a fixed point for this bilinear transformation. You can see that when we take z is equal to 3, so again we take w equal to 3, say 6 into 3, 18, 18 minus 9, 9 divided by 3, so 3, so w equal to 3. So that's why 3 is a fixed point, because image of 3, that is also 3 under this given bilinear transformation. Next example, w equal to 1 plus z upon 1 minus z, take w equal to z, take w equal to z, that is equal to z is equal to 1 plus z upon 1 minus z, that is equal to z minus z square, that is equal to 1 plus z, okay, and that's why z square, z will be cancelled, so z square plus 1, that is equal to 0. So clearly we can see that z is equal to plus or minus 1, z is equal to plus or minus 1. These 2 points are our fixed point, okay. Now theorem, a bilinear transformation preserves. Now in this topic, very important example like that, in z plane you have a 3 points, in w plane you have a 3 points, and from this 3 points we want to find out the bilinear transformation. So for that, this is an important theorem, a bilinear transformation, okay, bilinear transformation preserves the cross ratio. A bilinear transformation preserves the cross ratio, okay. So the cross ratio of 4 point is invariant under a bilinear transformation, and this is very important formula that you have to remember, that w minus w1 into w2 minus w3 upon w minus w3 into w2 minus w1, that is equal to z minus z1 z2 into z2 minus z3, in denominator we have z minus z3 into z1 minus z2 minus z1, so this is z2, okay, this is z2 minus z1. So to remember this important formula, just I will give you one hint, that on a numerator we have a 1 2 3, see 1 2 and 3, and in a denominator we have 3 2 1, so 3 2 1, okay. So from this simple hint, I hope you can remember this important formula, 1 2 3, and in denominator we have 3 2 1, okay. Left hand side, right hand side both have same, see here also 1 2 3, right, and in denominator we have 3 2 1, so this is z2, okay, just a correction, z2, so 3 2 1, okay. And let's try to find out the bilinear transformation if this type of points are given. In a z plane we have 3 points, and the image of those 3 points are called w1 w2 w3, which are in w plane. So let's how we can find out the bilinear transformation using this method. So find the, this is our first example, find the bilinear transformation which maps the point 0 minus I minus 1 and I 1 0. So first of all, what is my z1? Z1 is equal to 0, z2 is equal to minus I, and z3 that is equal to minus 1, then w1 that is equal to I, w2 that is equal to 1, and w3 that is equal to 0, okay. So what is my formula? Formula is C, w minus, so this is a formula that you have to write in each and every example, okay. Here I just put the value directly, so w minus w1, so w minus I, then w2 minus w3, so 1 minus 0. Now in denominator we have w minus w3, so w minus 0 into w2 minus w1, so 1 minus I, okay. Right hand side we have z minus Z1, so Z minus 0, then Z2 minus Z3, so minus I, minus minus plus 1 upon Z minus Z3, so Z plus 1 into Z2 minus Z1, okay, Z2 minus Z1, so minus I minus 0, okay. So right hand side we have W minus I upon 1 W, right hand side left hand side we have W minus I upon W multiply with 1 minus I, so W minus Wi, okay. Right hand side we have minus Iz plus Z and upon this minus I multiply with this term, so minus Iz minus I, okay, clear. Now cross multiplication, so W minus I multiply with minus Iz minus I, so W minus I, okay, multiply with minus Iz minus I, so minus Iz minus I, and that is equal to W minus Wi into minus Iz plus Z, W minus Wi into minus Iz plus Z, minus Iz plus Z, okay. Now simple multiplication, so W minus IWZ, then minus IW, okay, then minus minus plus I square, so minus Z, okay, and then minus minus plus I square, so minus 1, that is equal to minus IWZ, okay, W into Z, so plus WZ, right, minus minus plus I square, that is minus 1, so minus WZ, okay, and then minus IWZ. So first of all, this plus WZ minus WZ cancel out on right hand side, and this is minus IWZ, okay. This two term cancel out from left and right side, so we have minus IW, okay. Now just concentrate on this two term, minus IWZ and minus IW, and just I write minus IWZ on a left hand side, so we have plus IWZ minus IW, and that is equal to Z plus 1, okay. So that's why W I can just take as a common, so IW in bracket I have Z minus 1, that is equal to Z plus 1, so that's why W that is equal to 1 upon I Z plus 1 upon Z minus 1, and we know that 1 upon I that can be written as minus I, because when we multiply with I and divided by I, in denominator we have I square is minus 1, so that's why W is equal to minus I Z plus 1 upon Z minus 1, so this is W, that is equal to minus I upon Z into Z plus 1 upon Z minus 1, okay. So now next example, find the bilinear transformation which maps the point Z1 is equal to 0, Z2 is equal to I, Z3 is equal to 1. So just I put all this value, first of all just write Z1 is 0, Z2 is I, Z3 is 1, W1 that is equal to I, W2 that is equal to minus 1, and W3 that is equal to infinite, okay. So first of all, what is my formula? W minus W1, okay. Just try to understand this concept, because of W3 that is equal to infinite, so that's why this term, okay, this two term W2 minus W3, okay, right, W2 minus W3 upon W minus W3, this term become 1. Why? Because we have W2 minus W3 upon W minus W3. So when we take W3 common, here we have W2 upon W3 minus 1 upon W3 common, so W upon W3 minus 1, and because of W3 that is equal to infinite, so that's why first of all this W3 cancel out, this is become 0, W2 minus upon W3 and W upon W3, so that's why minus 1 upon minus 1, so that is equal to 1. Okay, clear? And similarly here you can understand that W3 is equal to infinite, so that's why just we take this value, first of all W minus W1, so W minus I. Now you don't need to write W2 minus W3. In denominator we have W minus W3, that is also you don't need to write it out, and then W2 minus W1, so minus 1 minus I. Right hand side we have Z minus 0 first of all, and then I minus 1, okay, and upon then Z minus 1 and then I minus 0, okay. So that's why W minus I upon minus 1 minus I, that is equal to first of all multiply, so IZ minus Z, here also IZ minus I, okay, and multiply with minus 1 minus I, so W minus I, that is equal to IZ minus Z upon IZ minus I, okay, multiply with minus 1 minus I, so minus here 1 plus I, so W minus I, that is equal to, just take Z as a common term, so minus Z, here we have I minus 1 and I plus 1, okay, and denominator we have IZ, I also you can take as a common, so I into Z minus 1, so this is I minus 1, I plus 1, so that is I square, minus 1, I square is minus 1, so minus 1 minus 2, and here also minus, so this is something 2Z, okay, upon I, right, into Z minus 1, and when we multiply with I and divided by I, so we get minus 2IZ upon Z minus 1, so W I can write minus 2IZ upon Z minus 1 plus I, okay, and that's why this equal to, just I write here W, that is equal to minus 2IZ plus IZ minus I divided by Z minus 1, so that's why minus 2IZ plus IZ, that is minus IZ minus I, okay, and in denominator we have Z minus 1, so I can write double that, this equal to, I can write minus I take as a common term, so we have Z minus 1, Z plus 1 upon Z minus 1, so this is a bilinear transformation for this mapping, okay. So in today's lecture just we discuss about bilinear transformation, before that we discuss about fixed point, okay. So just we complete this chapter, conformal mapping. First lecture we discuss about translation and conformal mapping, definition of conformal mapping, critical points. In second lecture we discuss about inversion and rotation, and in this lecture we discuss about our last topic, that is called bilinear transformation and fixed point, okay. So thank you.